Now I'm here with Valerie Grijalva of Chicago Title. Valerie, it's so good to see you. My friend, how have you survived through this whole thing?
Oh my goodness. So, right, we're still alive. Lots of makeup, right? And,
You look terrific.
Oh, thank you. Thank God for Zoom.
I know.
So yeah, how have we survived? I think like you in the mortgage industry, Title has had to adapt. We've had to adapt quite a bit, right? You understand this more than anyone. So I think the biggest thing that Chicago Title and, throughout the industry in Las Vegas is a lot of things that are done that we've never done before, territories that we've never crossed, right? So a lot of the things that were traditional in the past, pre-COVID, have now kind of set the way and kind of paved the way of the new norm. The new norm for us is, we're having to adapt to the day-to-day changes, which probably the biggest one that people can relate to is signing documents. Like, how do you go about signing your documents nowadays? So we've taken precautionary measures, everybody's got masks, we've got, we're all masked up. We look like a doctor.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah. So, a lot of that has changed, but I think the biggest thing too is just taking safety measures in terms of, making sure that we still give that client the best experience through these times right now. But, it looks a little bit differently. It's got more compassion, but I think it's working. So I think this has kind of set the norm for the new way we're going to do business going forward.
Yeah, it certainly has. And you can do so much now from home with all this, all the tools that have really propelled forward. And I'm sure with Chicago Title, and the thing that I love about you and your team and what you have built is you're really this behind the scenes, group that really helps people save money. You're the last stop on any kind of finance transaction, whether it's a refinance, whether it's a purchase. And the most important piece is signing the documents, getting it done, recording it at the county recorder's office, the behind the scenes stuff that you do. And are the teams together on Zoom? Because you have many teams within your group.
Right. So, we've got half of our staff working from home, the other half in the office. As far as the sales, a lot of our sales execs know we have them working remotely, and Zoom is their best friend. Many of them are doing face-to-face meetings via Zoom. And so we still say it's a great way to connect. But in the office, it's different. We have to have some people in the office because of the print and getting the docs out and FedEx and seeing people to sign. So unfortunately, we're half in, half out. So we're trying to keep as many people at home as possible, but still be efficient. So we're about 50-50.
About 50-50. Have you seen any kind of drop in efficiency, or has it increased?
No,
what have you seen?
I think, the Fidelity family of families, which is who we are under, Bill Foley, he's our leader, and so tech is our best friend. So because of our tech and of our infrastructure behind the scenes, we were able to adapt really nicely, which means we were able to transition people home, set them up at home with all the necessary technology that they need to still do their job. And we had minimal people in the office. And so I think, if I were to look at the escrow officers and what they've done and the notaries who have stepped up to sign these people, through these times where it's just been amazing. So, like I said, this is the new norm. And I feel like we've actually been more efficient through the pandemic, right? I feel that this is kind of setting the norm of what people are going to expect. I think we joked about this being drive-through. Like, we're probably going to have drive-through closing soon. If we could figure out a way, if Mr. Foley could figure out a way, I'm sure we will be the first to do it. So
I like it because the commute is so long, right? You get up, you walk over to your desk, you start working, and then you get back home. So you can get a lot done, obviously.
Let's see the bottom half of you, right? Let's see. We always do a stand up. Let's see the bottom half to make sure you guys are dressed. So yeah.
And I love too the technology, like you said, your company is so technology oriented that they're progressing even faster. Things
Correct.
And initiatives that they were doing obviously are coming up and going forward. But I want to transition, speaking of transition a little bit, is that you are the behind the scenes person, and you are an honorary commander out at Nellis Air Force Base, which is just phenomenal. And you're so passionate about the military community and what it does. What drives you to really give back and support that community?
Well, prior to being an honorary commander, I mean, it's probably one of my biggest accomplishments. I think because, everybody has so much respect for the military, but I have just gained this insight that is just so amazing with these people, the men and women of our armed forces, what they do and what they sacrifice for us on a day-to-day basis is just, it's truly remarkable. And I personally just feel like, we could never thank them enough. When I look around at our freedom and all the things that we kind of take for granted, I'm able to see the sacrifices that they're making on the back end. And that to me has been like biggest, is being able to help them transition into the community. And that's what an honorary does. An honorary is actually like somebody who bridges the gap between
civilian
their life and our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean for us? For us, it's like a matter of understanding, like, what are their struggles? What are their challenges? They're so isolated in the military that there's so many resources that they're not even available. Like, I've met the spouses of many of these armed forces. They are the most educated because they get, transferred every 2 years. Mm-hmm. Many of them have master's degrees, but they're not able to get a job because they're only here 2 years. So for me, it's almost like it's bringing an awareness to local companies that says, hey, consider using a military spouse. Yes, they might only be here for a short term, but the impact that you can give on that family to one, stay in the military is huge because, the rate of recidivism of them getting out because of them being able to make a living, to have two spouses working is the challenge. So one, it's like awareness as to what we can do to help these military families adjust. And then two, just, be infused in their life. Like, what does that mean? Like all their traditions of the military is just, it's amazing. And I wish, like, it's almost like my little wish list of, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would enlist. Yes. I would be in the military because I'm just in awe of the things that they do and the people that they are and the codes and the morals that they stand by. It's remarkable. So whatever I could
you definitely get an up close and personal look at that community, and it's so fun to watch you. You just light up when you talk about it, and I absolutely love it. And the other thing that I know is that you also see all the other people in the community that are also unsung heroes that are giving back to the community and supporting the community, supporting the military in so many different ways that, people don't even realize. And it's so meaningful to me to live in Las Vegas, to see how strong it is, to see it like band together again through this pandemic and what's going on. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this again.
Well, I think it all started with October 1st. I think the world got to see that we are Vegas strong. And so you will see a lot of that throughout this show, of the agents and the real estate agents and the brokers that give back to the community, not just through real estate, but things that they do outside of real estate. So many local organizations that benefit because of these agents that are giving back to the community. And that's what I'm most excited about. And that's what I want to highlight on this show, is to show how much they do outside of real estate to give back.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So Valerie, thanks so much for joining us today. Can't wait to see you in person.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.